Max Verstappen claimed a record 16th victory of the 2023 F1 season by coming from third on the grid to win the Mexico City Grand Prix. The Red Bull driver produced a superb start to pass pole sitter Charles Leclerc and his Ferrari teammate Carlos Sainz on the crucial run to the first corner at the Mexican Grand Prix, where the unique circuits make overtaking very difficult. Verstappen made another perfect getaway at a mid-race standing start restart that followed a red flag triggered by Haas Kevin Magnussen crashing into barriers before easing 13 seconds clear of Lewis Hamilton by the checkered flag. With the third successive driver's titles already sealed, the win takes Verstappen past the record he set last season with 3 races still to come in the current campaign, while 51st career victory moves him level with Alain Prost in 4th in the sport's all-time list. Hamilton, who started 6th, leapfrog points during the first round of pit stops, then passed Leclerc on track to reignite the hopes of chasing down Perez for second in the standings. The Mexican, who is attempting to steal Red Bull's first ever Drivers' 1-2 engine championship, saw his advantage over Hamilton reduced to 20 points after retiring from his home race after a flat one collision with Leclerc, who overcome damage to his front wing to take a third ahead of start. Lando Norris produced a stunning recovery to finish 5th after starting 17 on the grid at the position with a late overtake on George Russell, who only just tailed off Daniel Ricciardo for 6th as the AlphaTauri driver completed the best weekend since making a mid-season return to the sport with Red Bull's second team, with the result lifting them from 10th last to 8th in the constructors. Oscar Piastri struggled to match his McLaren teammate Lando Norris in finishing 8th, while Alex Albon and Esteban Ocon rounded off the points. Aston Martin enjoyed another torrid afternoon as 2 Q1 exits on Sunday were followed up by retirements for Alonso and Stroll. Another Ferrari had come from nowhere to take a shot 1-2 in qualifying on Saturday. The extreme challenge of following around the high altitude circuit meant that Verstappen appeared to have a significant task on his hands. However, he made a dream start, getting a better launch than either Ferrari and driving between them, but getting the inside line into the first corner. Perez, he started 5th and got a brilliant start, followed Verstappen towards before attempting to pass both Leclerc and his teammate around the outside. Ultimately for Perez and his thousands of fans, adoring fans around the world, he had a spectacular atmosphere all weekend. There wasn't enough room for all 3 cars to make the corner, and so came contact with the Ferrari centre of Red Bull flying into the air and off the track. Verstappen opened the gap to Leclerc, but soon complained of his wearing tyres and somewhat surprisingly pissed on that 19, which appeared early to make a one-stop strategy race in 71 that race. Hamilton, who cleared the Ricciardo's to take 4th, pitted 5 laps later, but the Ferrari chose to extend their sits in an attempt to optimise the one-stop strategy. When they eventually stopped, Sainz on lap 30 and Leclerc a circuit later, Verstappen's advantage over Hamilton was 20 seconds, so he got between them. Any hopes their strategy working were blown seen after when Magnussen crashed into barriers following a suspension failure on lap 33. Verstappen pitted on the initial safety car, but what being a free pit stop for him, it was taken away as the red flag came out moments later to allow officials to check the state of the barriers Magnussen hit. This meant the entire field were able to fit new tyres, and Leclerc added a new front wing as they waited in the pits for a standing restart on lap 36. Tension built with the feeling that the leader would be vulnerable as the Ferraris were at the start, but there was no such issue for Verstappen, with Leclerc's shift to left to cover off Hamilton perhaps helping. Leclerc defended sternly for as long as he could, but Hamilton eventually found his way through on lap 40 with a bold move into the first corner, with Mercedes almost forced off the track. There was hope for Leclerc that Hamilton's medium tyres would wear out quicker than hard pole powered, but the 7-time world champion had no issues and was able to set the final lap, set the fastest lap on the final lap to getting an extra point. However, Verstappen was in a different league, cruising to extend his championship lead to 251 and taking his record total to 491 points. After a pre-event campaign by race organisers to avoid a repeat of the Verstappen received from the crowd after winning last year's race, there was warm cheers for the Dutchman as he thanked supporters for staying after Perez was out. It's been incredible. Of course, Checo retired in that one, but they stayed and they've been amazing. We were experiencing an incredible season. Today we started P3, but the pace of the car was very good. We tried to do a different strategy for everyone else, but unfortunately with the red flag, we couldn't show it. Nevertheless, with the hard tyres, we were very strong. Mercedes, meanwhile, maintained a 22-point lead over Ferrari in the contest to finish second behind Red Bull in the constructors' standings. Putting aside the faultless performances of Verstappen and Hamilton, the other stars of the show were Norris and Ricciardo. After poor execution by driver and team consigned Norris to shot Q1 exit and 17th on the grid, the Brit came remarkably close to seeing a 5th successive podium, and the McLaren appeared to commit a 1-2 strategy by starting Norris on the less durable soft tyres, but his early progress was somewhat wasted when he fell back from 8th to 12th at the restart. However, he would quickly go about regaining those places, sliding through the field until closing in on a teammate Piastri, who held 7th. Norris' superior ability to manage tyres was clear, and without no doubt he was fast as a car. McLaren ordered Piastri to let his teammate pass to attack the cars in front, and that was exactly what he did, making an audacious move on Ricciardo around the outside of turn 4 before pouncing on a mistake from Russell off a rare pass from the slow harness. Ricciardo, who's competed in just his 4th race of the season, missed 5 after injuring his hand at the Dutch Grand Prix in August, putting a fine display. The Australian drew superbly all weekend, and to offer sort of performances, it will probably taken give Red Bull notice that he wants that seat. With the under pressure Paris failing to progress once more, a strong end to the season could leave Christian Horner with a potentially very difficult decision to make over the winter. But yeah, before I go, let me run you through the classification for the Grand Prix. It was Max Verstappen fastest, then you had Lewis Hamilton. Max Verstappen on his own league, and Hamilton as well, both faultless drives. For me, showing why they're clearly the best in the field. In third place is Charles Leclerc. I thought, a decent drive from Leclerc. I think the 2 cars in front clearly have more pace. They maximising the result. Sainz 4th, good drive from him as well, following his teammate home. I think solid pool of points for Ferrari, probably maximised the result. Norris, another star of the day, really putting through. That was an incredible drive from him to come up through the field. He'll be delighted with that. But yeah, just shows how costly that error could have been yesterday. Russell 6th. I don't know, for Russell, when you saw how Hamilton, he was just on another level compared to Russell, and that's coming a bit of a theme recently. So maybe there are signs of concern for Russell at the moment. But Ricciardo 7th, a huge day for him. He kind of needed a result like that, and hopefully that'll give him a massive confidence boost. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do for the rest of the weekend. Piastri H, just struggling with tyres, seen it before, but I think he'll be very disappointed with that, considering where Norris came from. Albon 10th, Albon Knight's knock on 10th. I think both will be very happy to get points. Gasly will be frustrated to miss out, but probably about the maximum they could all do, really. Tsunoda 12th will be very frustrated with that incident with Piastri, because that probably cost him points. And then you got Hulkenberg 13th. He did well to valiantly hold on to points, but in the end it wasn't enough. The Alfa Romeo was disappointing, both starting in the top 10, but just couldn't maintain it, and that could be crucial points lost with AlphaTauri overtaking them. Sargent had to retire at the end, and frustrating. The Aston Martins, another horror day for them. They're just struggling so much at the moment. What has happened to their pace? It's just been such a fall off. Perez absolutely gutted for, and thank God Magnussen is alright with that crash. But Perez probably his fault, but absolutely gutted with everything going on around him at the moment too. But anyway guys, that's it really. Thanks for watching. Next one, daily F1 news and subscribe to the channel, it's going to be greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.